All right, all right. Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's get this party started right. You know how we do. Rep your city. Rep your city. We got Pittsburgh in the building. I am representing Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, everybody on Kick, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook. We got San Jose in the building. Yeah, let's get it going. And this is a brand new playlist, a brand new conversation that I'll be having regularly. So get ready for that. Dating with Pharaoh. Get ready for that. It's going to be pretty interesting. Great conversations. I will be breaking it up into pieces, so I won't be necessarily going outside of that particular part of the conversation. But I will be taking suggestions for different sections and subjects concerning this situation. And this considers relationships, marriage, dating, breakups, anything concerning a couple. That's what we're representing. It's only right to start out giving respect to the ladies. Shout out to the ladies. Ladies, you know, I love you over here. Send that beautiful, beautiful picture so I could post you over here so everybody can see how gorgeous you are. Send your pretty pictures, ladies, to Pharaoh at yahoo.com. And much love to all the beautiful queens that already sent their pictures. So, yeah, ladies, send those beautiful pictures in. Pharaoh at yahoo.com. Looking forward to seeing your pictures. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Come on into the comment section. Let us know where you're from. Rep your city. Represent your city. So yeah, I'm branching out. Got a whole new subject I'm going to be talking about. It's going to be interesting to see what the viewers are going to be saying. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be very interesting. I will probably bring some people into the chat for these segments. It's going to be great. And today we're starting with one rule. I'm just calling it rule number one. It could be any rule you want. We're going to talk about that rule. A very important rule. When you are dating. Once again, ladies, send in your pretty pictures so we can add you. We want that. We're going to make that video be really long. It just be a whole bunch of beautiful women. That's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. And you will be anonymous. I'm real big on privacy. Real big on privacy. We will be talking about that too. I'm going to have to write down all the conversations. Because I know they're going to be coming up and I got to keep notes. So remember to specify and take specific time for those conversations. A lot of this stuff I just did naturally, and I'm going to share with you. It's just a natural way I function. And we're going to get into that. Relationships are pretty difficult sometimes. You're trying to get two people together that have all different types of ways about them and trying to match it. It's not easy. It's going to work sometimes it's not. Back in my parents' generation, it was much easier to make it work because there was more of a sense to force it to work based on the living conditions and economy. It was to your advantage to force it to work. Many times they forced it to work and found out that was the best thing they could have did. Fell back in love and was glad they didn't break up. So this is going to be heavy. Dating with Pharaoh, rule number one. And this whole playlist, this whole series is going to be absolutely great. It's really going to be great. If you're young, it's going to help you if you listen. If you're very argumentative, it's not going to help you much. And good luck with that. So come on in, let's make it do what it do. Notifications have not been going out that well across YouTube. I suspect that YouTube has had a large increase in viewers and content creators based on the economy. People are looking for a way to make a buck. And I would imagine they've had a large influx of new YouTubers. So I'm going to give them time, let them get everything together. Because I am pretty sure that's what's going on. Everybody's looking for some money. So like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we're going to get this started. What sparked this one? What sparked this one is I was talking uh, to some friends. I was talking to my cousin and a couple of other friends of his, but I know him too. But I met them through him, so they're mostly his friends. And the young lady began to uh, talk about her situation with her ex. And she was kind of going and going and going and going and going and going. And I thought she was doing damage to herself because it was basically just unnecessary banter because you're no longer with the person. None of us can do anything about it. And what if one of those young men there was thinking about talking to her? She would scare him away. She wasn't in the moment, she was in the past. And so I started thinking about a lot of people I know like that. They're in the past. So I said, We started talking, one thing led to another. I said, I'm going to do a whole playlist on relationships and dating. So that's how it started. And I be seeing a need in the community. Then I try to fulfill that need. I don't do gossip. I don't chase conversation for views. So my views don't be really uh, as great as they could be because we live in a gossip era and everybody wants to hear gossip and regurgitated news. And I don't do gossip. And so, we live in an era where if a brother go to jail, that's what you're talking about. Everybody want to watch the video about the man being arrested. Everybody want to watch what happened with little Boosie. Everybody, and I don't do gossip. And then because I was hustling in the street, I still stick with the same rules. So I don't speak on no open cases. So if you get arrested, I don't know nothing. I haven't seen nothing. If it's a big enough story, I'll talk about it after, maybe during the trial and after the trial, but I don't talk about criminal activities beforehand like a lot of these gangsters or whatever they call it. So this is a conversation that's perfect for me. It's multicultural, multi-generational, and interesting, something to make you have to think. Because typically you don't know these answers. And so when people see me philosophize on the answers, it's not like I knew them. It's like I created the knowledge about it. And it's hard for a lot of them to relate, especially the way they eat. So you can create an answer if you're open minded. If you're not open minded, you're going to tell your answer. But if you're open minded, you're going to look at all the evidence and look at all the information, and you're going to put the real logical answer together based on the information that's available. So while other people think you're guessing, you're not really guessing. You put some thought into it. It's not based off of what I think alone. There is some of what I think, but there is a lot of historical and factual information that I've actually seen that I put together and calculate what I'm going to talk about. And so today, rule number one, we're going to get into that. And rule number one is don't, 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 don't ever, never talk about your ex. Never. To no one. Not to your mother, not to your father, not to your siblings, not to your new mate, not to your friends. No one. Do not talk about your past relationship with anyone. Anyone. Never. So that's what I'm going to break that down. You better listen. These is all facts. What I'm telling you is absolute facts. Never, never. You with a person, y'all got stuff going on. Once you go your separate ways, that's over. Everything stays with you. You will never see me discuss any woman I've been with, ever. Never, 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 never. It's never going to happen. Ever. In some cases, that's the new person. That's what they want you to do. And if you think I'm lying, put your antennas up and see if I'm lying. Good to see you, April. Put your antennas up. I date a woman. If I date a woman, she's going to be snooping. It's going to be done in a smooth way, but she's going to be snooping, looking for you to say something about your past relationship. It's something you never, 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 ever, never, ever do. Never. Now, the first reason you don't, it's a total violation of privacy. Total. It's the utmost disrespect and the utmost sloppiness. Because you have sex in private, you're at home alone in private, you got in a relationship just you two. Your mother didn't make the relationship happen. Your sister didn't do it, right? So if I get with a woman, I start talking to her and I start dating or whatever, it's just me and her that makes that happen. And it needs to stay like that. It needs to stay like that. Don't start out with two and then it's been spread, you know. And any woman that's been with me know I never mention an ex or I never mention anything about a past relationship. Never. Because I think it's the ultimate betrayal of privacy. It's just total disrespect and childish because you two together and then you break up and whatever was between you two should stay between you two. You a man, you break up with your woman, you're all telling your mama, mama, she this and she that and she this and she that. What? What your mama got to do with this here? What your mama got to do with it? You get with a new woman. Yeah, I was with Sharon and Sharon this and Sharon that. Now I'm dating Denise. But all my mouth are talking about Sharon. I'm venting about Sharon. How pissed off I am Sharon. Sharon, and then she, and then she, and then she. Which the new one is not going to hear that, want to hear that. It's just total disrespect. I never, ever discuss that. I don't discuss my woman with her children. You know, some people break up and the children are grown and he's like, your mama this and your mama did that. Shouldn't this be common sense? Why it seems so hard to grasp? It's not a matter of common sense. It's not a matter of common sense. It's because common sense is something you think about, and they're not thinking about this. They're just doing this, so that's why they're doing. They're not even thinking about it. So that's what common sense wouldn't come into play. Common sense would come into play like you're gonna climb way up a tree, and you ain't got no way to, and you might fall. But something like this doesn't go into the realm of common sense because it's not nothing you're going to be thinking about because you have to think about something in order to apply common sense. And this is something that you would do and it would never cross your mind G-Rod, it would never cross your mind what you're doing. So it won't feel like a violation because you'll just be talking, you know? So it's not like you're intentionally, you know, it's not like running across traffic where oh, I could get hit by a car. It's something that you'll be doing without really not aware what you're doing. So you wouldn't necessarily apply common sense because this is more based on respect than common sense, respect and dignity. And that's something that you have to practice. That's common sense is not going to give you respect because you might not know it's disrespect. See what I'm saying? If you don't know that's actually disrespect, you're really not breaking no rules intentionally. But unintentionally, you're totally violating. Because a relationship is sacred. When you get into it and when you get out of it, that was still sacred. That doesn't become unsacred. So if I'm with a woman and then we having relations and we doing stuff in the bed, just because we break up don't mean that that's open for discussion. That still was private. That still remains private. So if I got a wife and I'm taking pictures and I got sexy pictures of her, nobody's ever going to see those. Nobody. Ever. Because it's done under the agreement that that's just for me. And am I going to violate this person by showing their body to people that don't know I'm doing this? That's the ultimate betrayal. That's the ultimate betrayal. So no matter what happens in a relationship, you have to keep a certain loyalty. So if I have a bad breakup, the only person I'm willing to discuss that with is the person I broke up with. I'm not willing to discuss that with somebody else because it's none of your business anyway. And me and them might can work it out. You can't work it out. What could you do? I'm just, sometimes people talking to people for nothing. When you're talking, but nothing comes out of it, maybe you should shut up. Because me ranting about an ex to somebody, what can they do about it? Plus, you take yourself off the market. If you're a woman, you don't want to talk about no man to somebody that might be interested in you because men don't like to think about you sleeping with somebody. And every time you mention the man, you're slutting yourself out verbally. You're saying, I slept with him, I slept with him, I slept with him. And then we like, I don't know if I want to sleep behind him. But you're not aware you're saying that. But ladies, if you want to run a man away, talk about another man. You want to run a man away? Talk about another man. He's going to go find a woman that ain't talking about no another man because that's going to feel more like his woman. You is somebody's used car. You're basically saying, yeah, you should get with me and sleep behind him. You should sleep behind him. You should get with me behind him. That's basically what you're saying. And that's what the man's saying. Yeah, I was with her, and she, and she, and she. Now, what woman gonna want to be with you when you got this woman all on the brain so bad that you're talking to somebody else you try to pick up? Make that make sense. How you gonna get a woman to like you with another woman's name all in your mouth? While you talking about your ex, brothers, you could be talking about how that booty popping, how she look good, what y'all gonna do, what's up with her. Why you gonna get on the phone? You know what I'm saying? Talking about your ex. That's a buzz killer. Duh, that's just kill the buzz. Like what the hell? That's a mood killer. Mood gone. Tell me I'm lying. So me, I like to help the community. I'm 68. I'm gonna be 69 in February. And the least thing I could do is give y'all some game. So if you've been making some mistakes, you can stop. If you ain't made them yet, you won't do it. And give you some game. Men, don't talk about no woman to nobody. Not to a man and not to a woman. Men, even if you with her, if you talk about your woman to a man, he gonna want her. You're selling her to him. If you're around a man, you don't know if he's a snake. So you telling him your girlfriend ain't this and ain't that and ain't this and ain't that, and what he gonna do? He gonna go back and tell her. And basically, you're helping her like him. You're giving her to him. You're making them close because now he's closer to her because he knows things he wouldn't know unless he was dating her. So you cut the dating time and you allow him now to hate on you and arm your information back against you. You don't discuss relationships, period. Never, ever, never, ever, never. New ones or old ones. Never. I'll tell a story about me that might include a woman, but since I've been on this internet, you cannot pull up no me talking about no woman I've been with. Facts. You don't know nothing about them. People been watching me a long time. What you know about my exes? Nothing. A lot of people didn't know I had exes. I only told them I had exes to help them. Some brothers took that and tried to use that back. Yeah, I'm trying to help you. But then you don't know why I got exes. So then you can make yourself look like a fool as you jump to conclusions. Because there's a lot of reasons that you don't be with people. Maybe sometimes they no longer alive. You ever thought about that? That's a whole nother story about silly willies. But relationship etiquette is you don't talk about your relationship. Anybody that does that is a loser. That's a fact. Anybody that talks about their private relationship with a person is a loser. Always remember, whatever happens in a relationship should stay in the relationship. You cannot bring that out of there. That has to stay there. And when you're with a woman and you practice that, when you break up, she's gonna feel confident about you because she'll be like, "No, Pharaoh ain't gonna trust me. Pharaoh not gonna say nothing." And so, if that woman know I'm not gonna say nothing, guess what? It's gonna encourage that woman not to have my name in her mouth either. I'm helping her. This how you do it, babe. I'm not gonna have your name in my mouth. She gonna appreciate that. She gonna be like, bet I ain't gonna have your name in my mouth either. If we break up, we just gonna move on. On top of that, a lot of times, how you trashing your children's daddy. or your children's mommy. That's tacky. At the end of the day, you can't trash nobody that you picked. I cannot pick no woman. Then she turn out to do whatever and then trash her because I picked her. It all started with me. She didn't force me to be with her. So how I'm going to criticize somebody, no matter what they did, no matter how good or bad they were, that I picked. She picked me and I picked her. And whatever happens, that's where it stays. Facts. So you young people, some things you don't talk about. And one of the things you don't never talk about is your past relationship under no circumstance. And so when I go on dates, you should see some of the women. You should see how they be. You can see they just waiting, hoping you talk about your past business. You can see it if you start practicing when I'm practicing, your whole eyes, you're like, he ain't lying. You're gonna be able to tell. That's what they hope they waiting. Because if I'm with a woman and I talk about my past relationship, she's not hearing what I'm saying. She's not gonna be listening to it from my point of view. She's gonna be listening to it from her own point of view and what she can get out of it. So you don't have no real open ears. It's not like you really got a fair listener. They're not even listening based on what you're saying. They're listening on their own behalf. Think about it. They're not listening to listen to you. They listening to you trying to pick out information for themselves. So is it a legitimate conversation if I'm telling a woman about my past relationship and all she's doing is saving it for her own personal memory bank? She don't give a damn what I'm saying. She's taking it and using it to judge me. And I'll tell you something else, men and women. That same person is going to turn around and no matter what you say about your ex, when you fall out with them, they're going to throw all it in your face and they're going to say, that's why you broke up with your other ex. And they're going to always believe it was still your fault. Let me tell y'all something, men and women. There's no woman that's going to take your side against another woman. If you break up with your wife and you tell a woman, your wife wasn't this, your wife wasn't that, that woman is thinking, yeah, right. And what did you do? That's what the woman, I'm telling you. She do not believe you. She believes it was you. And she's going to be looking for signs that she feel your ex saw. Y'all better listen. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, man. When you tell your new woman of how bad your last woman is she really listening? Whose side is she on? She on your ex's side. 1,000%. Tell me I'm lying. I know some of y'all done been there. As soon as you get in an argument, she start taking her side. That's why Cameron left your ass. That's why, yeah. Yeah. And you're like, she ain't leave me. I did something. No, she gonna flip this story against you. That's why you don't tell her nothing. Am I lying? Am I lying? I got some brothers over here. Brothers, say something in the chat. Why my chat so quiet? Am I lying? Your woman is always going to take the woman's side, period. Always. Ladies the same way. You and the man, you constantly talk about your last man wasn't this and that. We looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. We looking at you like, yeah, yeah, it was all him. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, it was all him. You perfect. And then what we start doing, we start looking at all your faults because now you put yourself under a microscope. So when a woman is around me and she keep complaining about her ex ain't this, her ex ain't that, I get the microscope out. You know what I'm saying? I get the magnifying glass out. You know what I'm saying? I be on some. You know what? Let me look at her. She says all him. She gonna say it's all me too. That's the first thing I'm thinking. You're gonna say the same thing about me if it don't work out. It's gonna be all me. Yeah, it's gonna be all me. The same way. But then I'm looking at you and I'm seeing flaws already that you ain't mentioning. Why you ain't mentioning none of these flaws I'm seeing with you? Because that's how the woman gonna be looking at me. If I'm talking about a woman, she's gonna be like, well, what about these flaws, Pharaoh, I'm seeing in you? You understand? And guess what? Use a snitch. Use a rat and use a snitch. Yeah, you telling. Use a rat. Use a rat. I'm not ratting on no woman I was with. I'm not telling you nothing about her. I'm not a rat. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. She ain't done nothing. She was perfect. Every woman I was with, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you they was perfect. They was excellent. If I gotta say somebody messed up, I'm gonna say it was me. Yeah, I messed it up. Because I'm a G. Yeah, I'm gonna mess it up. I messed it up. And when you want to know the details how I messed it up, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. Don't worry about how I messed it. I told you enough. The relationship went bad because of me. That's all you need to know. Cause I don't snitch. I don't know nothing. I'm never finna tell on no woman I was with. Period. Never ever. Period. If anybody gonna tell, she gonna do it because she a female. If anybody weak, it gotta be the woman. I could kind of still accept that. She a woman. Me, I got toxic masculinity. Boy, I wish I would snitch on a lady. She could have been the craziest lady in the world. She could have messed up the whole relationship. She could have slept with 9 dudes and we broke up. I'm not telling nobody. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I messed the relationship up. Why? Because I'm going to feed you what I want to feed you. Because it ain't about her. It's about you in my business. And I'm going to feed you a bullshit story. Here's a story. Run tell that. I'm going to feed you a lie. I'm not telling you nothing. Because at the end of the day, when push come to shove, I'm going to hurt you over her. Anyway. Especially if you a dude. You ain't rank higher than no woman I was with. And if you're a new woman, I don't know you yet. I don't know you. But I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not telling you nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't see nothing. I got toxic masculinity. I ain't no snitch. I'm not no snitch. And I don't believe in doing stuff that ain't got no outcome. What I'm gonna get out of it? What's gonna be the outcome? See what I'm saying? When you're doing some stuff that don't benefit, what the hell is you doing? What am I gonna benefit talking about my past relationship with somebody? What's that gonna do? Nothing. What it's gonna do? It ain't gonna make the relationship no stronger. So what you doing? Being a fool, that's what you doing. Keep your mouth shut. A relationship, it need to be private forever. Constantly talking about an ex is widely considered a major red flag in dating. Hold on. I'm going to show you what the internet's saying. According to the internet and experts, constantly talking about an ex is widely considered a major red flag in dating. Whether you are complaining or comparing, rehashing past relationships keep unhealed trauma alive and forces your new partner to compete with a ghost. It signals to others that you may not have fully moved on. You ain't moved on. You still got them in your mouth. And he. And if you just be quiet, they'll be talking about their last boyfriend so much they don't even know. They're trying to act like they're talking against them, but they thinking about him. Yeah, and you looking at her, especially if you're a lady, because when you're talking to a man that might be interested in you about another man, all we hear is, I've been F, he F me, he F me, he F me, he F me. So it's like a turnoff, like, oh, he done been all up in you. I'm trying to forget that. Now I'm going to let you remember he done been all up in me. It's like, okay, listen, let me go. let me let me go somebody that at least create the image that she's, clean and wholesome, that she ain't been passed around. Because you constantly like, I've been passed around. Yeah, he passed. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you're saying. Tell me I'm lying. You reminding me you was sleeping with him. Oh, okay. So a G gonna be like, F both of y'all. You ain't him. I don't even know him. Who the hell is that? And then, this lady is telling everybody about me. This lady talk too much. So now as a man, you ain't gonna don't tell that one too much because her mouth is her mouth. You've been talking to her 2 weeks on the phone, and everybody know. Soon she tell everybody. The same way she running her mouth about the people she was with, the same way she running her mouth about you, the people you don't even know. She just run her mouth, just run her mouth, just run her mouth. So that's why a lot of men, when we meet you, we ain't trying to get close and we ain't trying to go nowhere to meet your friends because your friends already know us. Am I lying, dudes? When you walk up with this girl, all her friends looking at you, we heard about you. B, you wasn't supposed to hear about me. So that's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to meet them when you meet them. This big mouth then went and pre-introduced you to everybody that you don't even know. And you think you having a one-on-one conversation and you talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry she know. Running her mouth. Now, who the hell how's that going to be a queen? A queen got to be locked down, quiet, protect her man, not expose him. No, you with her, she whack 100. She the exposers. Yeah, they try to take you everywhere and everybody see you. And that make you be uncomfortable. So now she wondered when I meet her mom and her sisters, I'll be like this. I'll be kind of mean. Like, what's up? Y'all better mind y'all business. You know what I'm saying? So they don't like me right off the bat. Right off the bat, they don't like me. Because your daughter or whatever this is, she talked too much. And she ain't give this relationship no time to build a relationship. She got us all over the world already. A relationship got to be quiet. You know, when I meet a woman, I don't take her to meet nobody. I don't take her for my mama to see her. No, I keep her off to myself until it's solid. I don't introduce my woman to nobody. I don't go nowhere where nobody know me. I take her on private dates where nobody know me. I don't take her where all my friends is at. I don't take her around my family and stuff. I don't even know you like that. I don't even know you. Why am I introduce you to my mama? What? No, I don't want to meet your mama. No, I don't want to meet your friends. I don't want to meet. No, as a matter of fact, I don't think I want to see you no more because you don't have no privacy in your life. Your life is an open damn book. I don't want to be bothered with that. No open book. Mm-mm. No, no, no. My name is nice and quiet, and I get you now. All your friends got my name. Now my name buzzing around for no reason. Just take away my privacy. I might be a person kind of private. I might not be a goofy. And everybody I know, right, that buzz around a lot, be broke, be struggling. Because people that really be getting money, they're very private. They only be around a few people. Broke people is the ones I always run around. A bunch of birds of a feather, and they flock together. Ain't none of them, you put them all together, they ain't got 75 cents. You know why? Because they ain't concentrating on getting no money. They concentrate on, hey, ho, what's up, dude? What's up, girl? That's all they do. And they'll get your house broke into. Because you go to a jewelry store and buy some jewelry. She going to go show everybody. Some of them dudes at the spot, she go, they going to break, oh, he went and bought her some jewelry. You come home, somebody that broke in the house. Because your woman will get y'all set up. Her mouth, she run her mouth too much. See, when a woman's with me and I take them around somebody, I want them to be comfortable. I want them to know that these people don't know nothing about you, because that's a violation for somebody to know something about my woman and my woman don't know they know it. So I got my woman butt naked in public, basically. Know what I'm saying? That's not fair for me to take her out and people know things about her and know her and she don't even know them. That's some nonsense right there. Why would I expose her? Why would I tell my mama about her? Wait till she meet my mama herself. Know what I'm saying? Wait till she meet. Don't tell your mama about me. Wait till I meet your mama. Because if you constantly telling me to your mama and your mama cute, I'll probably knock your mama and go with your mama if your mama know how to act better than you. If your mama know how to keep her mouth closed in private, I'm going to dump the zero and get with the hero. Don't be exposing, don't be exposing me. Allow me to expose my own self. These are facts I'm telling y'all. These ain't no joke. This is facts. This is how a lot of people be making a mistake. A lot of people. Rule number 1, keep your mouth shut. Keep your business between you and them. That's rule number 1. Shut up. Why you should avoid it? It makes you look unhealed. Venting about your ex too much or bashing them can make listeners wonder if you are the common denominator in the relationship failures. It hurts your own growth. Bringing up the same ex keeps that person at the forefront of your brain, which subconsciously affects how you make decisions in the present. It puts new relationships on the defense. If you talk trash about your last partner, your current partner naturally wonder, what will they say about me if things don't work? They're going to do the same thing. They're going to do the same thing to you. You're dealing with a loser. You're dealing with somebody that can't hold water. You're dealing with somebody where you're not going to have a personal one-on-one relationship. Their life is an open book. And when you get with them, you're going to be yours is. So for people like me that's private, I can't date an open book because they're taking away my privacy, the way I live. I got to find a woman that's going to be able to keep my life the way I got my life. Now, if I'm with you, you want to open my life up. I can't do it. So that's why I don't like talking to women on the phone, because I'm not going to say nothing. I don't know you like that. I'm talking to you in person, because now I can regulate and see how you move it and see what to say and what not to say. And when I hang out with a woman and see she's real private, I'll talk to her more. If I hang out with a woman, she with Keisha, Bisha, and Disha, I ain't telling her nothing. Because talking to her is just like talking to Keisha, Bisha, and Disha. Keisha, Bisha, and Disha all gonna know everything. I'm telling you. When I'm around men and they be talking about their woman, I just shake my head. I just be like, you a grown ass man telling your personal business. Nothing ain't private no more. That's a shame. Nothing is private. That's a damn shame. Nothing. That's a shame. That's a shame. So rule number one, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Rule number one, do not talk about your ex. That is rule number one. Do not talk about your ex when you meet a new person. They don't want to hear it. And the fact you don't know they don't want to hear it says everything they need to know. That you are not a king or you're not a queen. Because queens and kings are very private. It's royalty. And royalty is private. Peasants are public. That's a peasant, you know what I'm saying? See, if I'm with a woman that's a queen, I'm not telling you nothing about the queen. I'm going to protect the queen's privacy and I'm going to protect the queen's business. And her business is her business and nobody going to know her business. Ever. Even if we break up. You're never going to know their business. Ever. Never. Ever. Because that's a violation. And certain promises you make is forever. It's no expiration date when you get with somebody and you become in a relationship and you find out personal things about each other. That don't expire. Even when you break up, that don't expire. You can't just go start running your mouth about them. I meet you, you constantly trashing your daughter's daddy. What? And then guess what? I'm looking at you because you don't even know me like that. You ever talk to somebody, you just starting to talk to them, so they don't know you. and they trashing their child's father. They basically trashing their child's father to a total stranger. Facts. They don't even know you, but they know their child's father. They didn't have a relationship. And she got no loyalty to her child and her child's father. And she gonna trash them to a total stranger. And you do that, you tell a man about your ex-man, tell him ain't nothing. All he gonna do is throw back your face. That's why you was with that nothing ass dude. That dude ain't nothing. See what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get the opportunity to say that about my children's mother because I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. So anytime you telling me information that I'm not gonna tell you, what that tell you? It seems like you'll pick up that he ain't telling me nothing. No, because I'm not sloppy like you. And that's not my business. See, let me tell you something about business. This is you and this is me. I might know your business, but it's not my business. It's still your business. I don't have the right to tell your business. Period. That's a total violation. It's still your business. So even if you let me know, I'm going to make sure it stay yours. I'm not finna tell you nothing what you told me. I'm not telling nobody nothing what you told me. Because that's not my business just because you told me. That's not my business. And we got all these sayings out here, but people don't pay no attention. We have a saying, and it goes, mind your business, but people don't know what that means. People don't know what mind your business means. They don't know. So I wanted to come over and give y'all some game. Mind your business. Mind your business. Keep your mouth shut. When you meet somebody, talk about other things. There's a lot of things to talk about instead of your baby mama or your baby daddy. That also shows a lack of intelligence. You don't know nothing else to talk about. Come on. And it's a total turnoff. It's a total turnoff. And when I'm talking to a woman, she just be waiting on me to tell her my business. That's so long, she just stops. She give up. She say, oh, okay, she learned how I am. You know, he don't do that. He not gonna tell me nothing. No, I'm calling you to talk to you about you and talk to you about what we gonna do. Exactly. Ice rock. Exactly. Exactly. And you be looking at them like they lying and they keeping their half out, right? Because if I get in front of Ice Rock, if I'm sitting around and I'm talking about my ex and everything I said, she the only one, everybody know that's a lie, ain't it? Anybody know that if I was in a relationship that I had some type of flaws too as far as she was concerned. Everybody know that as far as she was concerned, I had flaws too. But I'm gonna tell you, she had all the flaws. She was this, she was that, she was that. Now who the hell believe that? And I might not even know the flaws she was trying to say I had, but I know she thought I had them. I know it's a two-way street. I know we wasn't getting along just because of her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I know I'm not going to tell her business because I feel like when I have sex with a woman, she giving me everything, her whole privacy, what her body look like and everything. I'm not finna go tell nobody. Some of these dudes go tell what the woman body look like, how they had sex and everything. They horrible. They violate women's total and women too. They go tell everything about the man, how big he is, how he had sex, everything. Just wipe out the man's privacy. So now he go around her girlfriends and she know these girlfriends know stuff about him he don't know. And she keep him in the dark and he don't know what they know. But she'll swear she love him. What kind of love is that? When you done went and told people stuff about me and didn't tell me you told them and take me around them and you got me totally in the dark. You got me in the dark. What kind of love is that? Imagine me take a woman around and I done told everybody all kind of stuff about her and she don't know I told her. And she thinking she like a stranger to them. But really, I didn't expose a whole bunch about her. I take her around her friends. I didn't take her around my friends. I didn't told them all about her body shape with her clothes off, every how what kind of noises she make when we ask. I didn't told, and she don't know it, and she don't know it. She don't even know it. I ain't gonna be okay with nothing. Once I find out that you talk outside, I already know you can't be my woman. That ain't gonna fit the protocol. You just don't cut it. It ain't no big deal. We ain't gotta be enemies, but you are not what I'm looking for. That's all. No big deal. You're not my type. Every woman I be with be extremely private. Extremely. I only like extremely private women. And you can tell. I don't like busy. I don't like. I don't. Because it's first is bad for relationships. Second is bad for business. You can't really conduct business with a big mouth. You understand? Third, they can't focus. You understand? In this world, young people, listen to me. This world go like this. This the world you in, right? You breathe in, right? Right? You eat in, right? You make money towards you, right? So this is a world where everybody get out in the world. The fish, the bears, the bees, and everybody's doing this to themselves. So when you're with a person doing this, they're gonna be broke, they're gonna be struggling. That's gonna be a failing relationship because everything with them is outward, outward. You be with them. I know people, men and women, they're broke, right? They be struggling, right? A lot of times when you get in the hole, it lasts 6 months, don't it? 7 months. They struggle. And even within that 6 month struggle, if they get $150, they go out. They go out and then be back struggling the next week. And I'll be looking at them like, you're crazy. I'm trying to figure out how you have fun and you ain't got no money. All you got is $75 and you went to some function. Are you serious? That's a loser. Just the fact that you even can have fun when you flat ass broke, that's all I because I can't have no fun. Listen, I can't have no fun if my money ain't right. I'm gonna keep it real. And when my money is right and coming in, I can't have no fun because I don't like to stop it. So when my money going like this, I'm not finna stop it because it don't go like that all the time. You're gonna have spurts. It's gonna go like that, and when it's go like that, I'm not finna interrupt that flow because there's a saying: got to get it while the getting is good. The getting ain't always good. So I don't like people like that. I don't like people outward. I always got to be in somebody's face. These are people that have mental issues. They have low self-esteem. They need other people to make them feel happy or to make them feel like they're enjoying life. When you hear people talking about you got to go out and enjoy life, they mean you got to go get in people's face. That's what they saying. And people like that got to be in somebody's face, are miserable. So they always going somewhere so they don't got to look at themselves in the mirror. They're trying to avoid self-analysis. They can't sit still because then they got to look at themselves. That's why when you go out, if you go out in Chicago Black, you're going to see a whole bunch of overweight women. Some of them still look good, but you're going to see a whole bunch of overweight women dancing and drinking and laughing. You know why? That's why they go out all the time. Because they can't look at themselves and go get in the gym and lose that weight. And then the hospital's full, they dropping like flies. People dropping like flies. People got diabetes left and right, high blood pressures, having strokes, heart attacks, younger and younger and younger. And they go hang out. So they ain't got to do no self-reflection. And here she is, a little bitty woman, naturally. And here she is, 290 pounds, 325 pounds, at the party, laughing, grinning, and dancing around and drinking. And ain't doing nothing for herself, just a bozo. A straight bozo. So, like, for you young people, when you get in a relationship, do not discuss your mate. Period. Not to your mama, not to your daddy, not to your sister, friends, nobody. You breaking privacy is very sacred. Let your mate have their privacy. Do not expose their privacy because you got a big ass mouth and tell all your business. I don't want to be with no woman that tell all her business and now she feel like she could tell all mine. No, you cannot tell all my business. And the fact you don't protect my business, how you gonna be my queen? You don't even protect me. You expose me. Tell your son I say what's up. He need to learn from this. Keep his mouth shut. Don't tell none of his business. Go get his money, keep it to himself. We get with a woman, make sure she keep their business to them. Because that's very important. Very. You don't want nobody knowing you, and you don't know they knowing. And that's how all these people houses getting broke into too. Because they showing their people all their jewelry and stuff like that. Their friends going back talking. She just got a mean coat. She just got, and then somebody go break into the house. She's got a mean coat. Oh yeah, yeah. I just talked to her. She said she going out tonight. So they didn't just talk. They don't even know what they just told the criminals that you just got a mean coat, some jewelry, and and then later in the conversation they let you know you ain't gonna be home tonight. They don't, later, hey G-Rock, later in the conversation, first they told him you just bought a bunch of stuff. Then later in the conversation they let them know you ain't gonna be home. Just babbling. Yeah, she live over there on the 114th and Wentworth. Yeah, they just bought a white Bronco. They drive over there. They go to Bronco. You know, G-Rock, we drive over there. They go to Bronco. Let's wait. Her daughter says she's going out tonight. She just got a big coat up in there. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God. I ain't lying. Why you think these young black dudes stay in jail? They be self-snitching. They be telling everything. They go straight home and tell their girlfriend, yeah, me and Frankie, we broke into the store. Look. Then she get on the phone, tell her girlfriend, yeah, Ronnie and Frankie and them broke into that store down there on so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. And then go right back around to the police. So that's all I got to say about that. Men, do not date no big mouth woman. If she not private, she gonna bring your whole life down. You want a quiet, private woman. You want a woman that nobody know you until you meet them. You don't want no woman that's introducing you to people before you meet them. You don't want to meet her friends and they been heard about you. That's no good. And make sure you don't do it either, man. Don't tell nobody about your woman. You keep your woman private. The first time your mama should know about your woman is when you introduce her. That's it. Until you're ready to introduce her, you don't tell her because every time you meet a girl, you can't be introducing her to your parents. That relationship might not even work. So you get with Debbie. You introduce to your mom and daddy. 3 months later, you break up. Now you with Candy. You introduce to your mama. 6 months later, you broke up. Well, you should have waited to make sure the relationship's solid. Why is you introducing these strangers to your parents and you don't even know them like that? Take time to get to know each other and keep your mouth shut. That go for the men watching and the women. Do not talk about your relationship or nothing concerning the person you are dating. All right? Simple and plain. Victory.